I'm sorry.
I know. I'm always so nervous when I see them that I'm going to go wrong this time. It was okay live, but maybe it'll go wrong this time.
Ed, thank you. Thank you for cheering up my Saturday and also just making me laugh. It's brilliant. Are you loving it? You must be.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's fabulous that people are entertained by the show, and I'm getting fitter, and I'm learning a lot about dancing. I'm actually learning quite a lot about performing.
You know, when you were
not
sitting
in a million billion years.
No, when you were sitting in a meeting about finance or whatever, I mean, people chuntering on about all of that, very important stuff, of course. But if you could, fast forward to the future, and here you are.
Not even. Look, I was always a huge fan of Strictly and X Factor.
Of course.
We went to the live show a few years ago for X Factor. We've never been to Strictly, but we were the kind of people who sat around on Saturday night and said, "He's arching his back," or "Don't spot that." And suddenly I'm on it. I was in a suit. I had Big Ben behind me in Westminster.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I thought, what am I doing? You know, me dancing on television. And actually, I thought. And then I think you could see through the dance there was that sort of nervousness and tension.
Yeah.
Darcy said to me, "You've got to perform."
Yes.
And then the next time I was at Charleston, and I thought to myself, actually, this is the moment. You just got to go for it.
You have to.
And then I think since then I've always thought to myself, you know, I'm about to be Jim Carrey. I'm about to be Jerry Lee Lewis. I'm about to be Hardy and Laurel and Hardy. And you sort of rev yourself up, and the fear is always that I'm going to go wrong, because if I go wrong, then it's really bad.
Do you ever go completely wrong and you can hide it?
The only time it went really wrong was in the Paso Doble, when I was being a knight rescuing Katya as a princess, and then I became a matador. It was all a bit complicated.
Yes.
And I missed a whole step, and I went early, and my arm went up, and Katya and I talked to each other. So she said to me, "Where are you going?"
When you're performing, you're talking.
Yeah.
We can't see that. That's amazing. Oh,
actually, we talked through the steps. She's telling me to do things. We're counting. But at that point, I went up, and she said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I don't know, but I'd better keep going." And she said, "I'll catch up." I said, "I can't stop." And this went on. And then she said to me, "Get back in time." I said, "I think I can." And then it was a bit of a mess. And at a certain point where we have to do this one move, we looked at each other and said, "This is it."
Yeah.
And then bang, we were back into time, and then we got to the end.
Right, good. You have that shorthand with your partner. That's brilliant. You've got to have that, yeah.
Because in the training, we have kind of words we use in order to kind of remember the move and the style of it.
Yeah.
And I remember as she was flying that way and I went that way, she said, "Give them more." And I thought, so I went into this Michael Jackson move, and I suddenly was becoming Beyonce. And I don't know where it came from. I didn't know I had an inner Beyonce.
Release your inner diva.
I had no idea. So, I didn't even know it happened till afterwards. When I saw it, I thought,
gosh.
"What's that, me?"
You did that. You very
Goodness.
much did that. You mentioned X Factor.
Yep.
And Honey G is the kind of unlikely star of X Factor.
I've spent 10 weeks trying to avoid the dance-off, and so far I have. And my only chance, because, look, the judges are pretty tough on me, so if I'm in the dance-off, then I'm out. So I'm afraid my answer is I'm trying to avoid dance-offs.
We'll keep voting for you. We'll keep voting for you. Lots and lots of messages of support, though. It has been lovely. We've got one from Labour's deputy leader and your pal, Tom Watson. Have a listen to this. It's lovely.
Hello, Ed. Well, now that your dancing is better than your karaoke, I see that you're getting more points than Labour in the opinion polls. But you've still got a bit to go. You might not get a 10 from Len, but you get a 10 from Tom.
Oh, there you go. A 10 from Tom.
Isn't that wonderful?
A 10 from Tom. Now, look,
God,
as we know...
10 from Len, I think it's beyond me, but a 10 from Tom,
You
that's pretty good.
look, you never know. You never can tell. You know, obviously, John Sargent sort of ruled himself out. You're not going to do that, are you? You're here to win it, Ed, I hope. I
think that I've got to be respectful to people who are voting for me, and they're using the money and on the phone, and I'm trying really hard, and I'm trying to get better every week. And I think, you know, I would love to get a 7 from Craig, or an 8 from Len.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if I actually got to 30? I'm definitely not the best dancer. In fact, I'm probably the worst dancer.
But that would be good.
But I'm really, really trying. And if people want me to keep going, then I'll keep going. Good. I think in the end it becomes more about the dance as it goes on, and that makes it harder for me. So, but it, you know.
But go as far as you can. Go as far as you can. That's what we want to see. Because we want a real good. It's not. We're not laughing at you.
No.
Well, sometimes we are.
Okay, when it goes wrong. That lift.
But we're just laughing for this because of the joy of it. We really are. It's great. And how's Yvette? Are you practising with Yvette in the kitchen?
Well, Yvette is really, really keen that she can learn a couple of them for next year. I think it's probably a bit off-putting for me to try and practice with her because I've got to focus on doing it with Katya.
Of course.
Katya is absolutely brilliant at the choreography. Great. And what we've been doing is, I think we've been doing maximal dance, but also the entertainment, and that balance we're trying to get. And that's, I think, why it's working. People are enjoying the choreography.
Excellent. I love watching you. I wish you all the very best in competition. I really do. And then you must come back afterwards.
I thought you and I were pretty good dancing together.
We were okay. Yeah, I thought we were pretty good team.
A dance-off between you and me, now that would be really special.
I think you'd be fine. I think you'd be absolutely fine. A joy to see you, Ed.
Thank you
so very much. If you'd like to see even more great guests, then click here. There are plenty more fantastic interviews to come, so make sure that you subscribe.